Hi, welcome to day 5 of my weight loss journey. Things are going along pretty good. I'm still really excited about everything. On day 1, January 1st, I started out at 189 pounds. And then on January 2nd, day 2, I had dropped down 0.2 pounds, so I was at 188.8. Day 3, which was Tuesday, I was at 188 even. So in 3 days, 2 full days really, I had lost 1 pound. I'll take that. By Wednesday, I was at 187.4. Yesterday, I was at 186 point, was it 186.8, I think. I'll have to double check that one. And then today, I just wanted to go over this a little bit more about how I got started in this. I read a book called Fit for Life by Harvey and Marilyn Diamond, and it was the first real book I had ever come across about nutrition and diet and such. And so I read it and I kind of learned a little bit, but I didn't take it too much to heart. Then a couple of years ago, I started reading more books and learning more. So I started out with Dr. Joel Fuhrman's Eat to Live. And again, he just reiterated, some of what I'd already learned about, how you are healthier if you're eating fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, seeds, nuts, and whole foods, real food, as opposed to processed foods and animal foods, animal products. So I read that and I agreed with it. I learned a lot, and I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And yes, we can heal our bodies with foods. So, I mean, we've always kind of known that, but very few of us realize just how potent foods are, and that a lot of our pharmaceuticals some of our pharmaceuticals are synthetic creations of what our foods do. But you can't patent a blueberry or, garlic or mushrooms or things like that. So you can't patent a plant. So there's no money to be made off of real food. I guess evolving in my knowledge, my understanding and such. And I had also been learning a lot. I tend to like a lot of educational information. And so I had also come across Dr. Michael Greger and his book, How Not to Die. Again, a really good book. And I find him very fascinating because he reads every medical journal that comes out every year. So those two doctors have really given me a lot of really good information, insight into the impact of our foods on our health. And then I came across Dr. John McDougall of the Starch Solution. I started putting all this together and I learned he is heavy into starches. Now, everybody's like, starches? You can't eat potatoes and rice and pasta and things if you want to lose weight. It seems that when things like potatoes predominantly, but I think rice and pasta as well, but predominantly potatoes, when you cook them, they have a certain amount of sugary starch in them. But once they're cooled down, when they're reheated to be eaten again, they have a higher level of resistant starch, meaning that not all of that sugar and glucose gets into your stream. Some of it passes right through and doesn't get absorbed into your body, and it doesn't spike your insulin levels. There's a few really good experts on it, and one book in particular by two is called Mastering Diabetes. But they both have diabetes, type 1 for one of them and type 2 for the other, I believe. Maybe they're both type 1. I've started to learn just a little bit about how these things work, just how healthy our foods could be for us, how they can actually help us get healthy, not just stop us from getting sicker. They can actually help reduce and reverse some of the damage. In just a few months of going on a whole food plant-based diet, my eyes have improved. I was talking to the eye doctor the other day because I had to go get my prescription renewed. And I was talking to him the other day, and he said that he had encountered people before who had those similar things, whose eyesight had improved when they'd gone on a plant-based diet. And for anybody who's interested in learning more about how your food impacts your body and what the real research out there is, there's a couple of podcasts and YouTube channels. The one I can think of off the top of my head is Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. That's a really, really good one because they look at the research and, different doctors from all different practices. And they look at what the research says and they look at what the statistics are. There's a movie and it's called Plant Pure Nation. And it is actually about a doctor. You don't need this. And this is the companion cookbook for the movie. And I believe it actually says that down here. But anyways, this is about a doctor and his son. And they actually set out to get better food guidelines in their state. And they went through all of the legislative processes and such. And they also set up some research. And this, if you watch no other movie, watch this one. But what happens is they end up putting together some test cases to take back to the legislature. They take some volunteers for an independent lab, do all their blood work and everything, and then they feed them for 10 days. Then they do their blood work again. So if you really want to know the power of food, go onto YouTube and look up that movie, Plant Pure Nation. I would encourage you to watch that movie. If you're curious about anything, go see that YouTube movie, Plant Pure Nation. And it will definitely be an eye-opener for you. It'll give you pause for thought for sure. I am going to put up here my numbers. So we're still making progress, and I'm very happy about that. So like I said, here's the numbers for that. I'm losing at a consistent pace of about half a pound a day. I want to thank you for coming along with me for this journey. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're doing. Are you on a weight loss journey as well? We'll see you again soon, tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.